Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show, episode 454. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Chris Al. What's up, Chris?
I'm still hyped, just saying.
From freaking Godzilla vs. Kong 2020, baby! Can't wait.
Yes!
Oh, my God. What's up, Danette?
What's up?
What's up, Gloria?
Hello.
I don't like to say I told you so, but I told you so because I called it and so did everybody else on my show. Freaking Everything Show 183, Godzilla vs. Kong 2020. Pretty happy about that. All right, we have to get out of my system. Okay. Why don't we go with the articles concerning... Chris, why don't you just start doing a couple?
Okay. So, Marvel and Fox are teaming up for a television series, as strange as that might sound, seeing that these two are supposedly enemies. However, the TV series they're teaming up for is based on the character Legion. Not the Gamera Legion, the Marvel Legion. And it says, hot on the heels of the announcement of Fox's Hellfire, Marvel and FX are teaming for the cable TV series Legion, which is also based on an element from the X-Men universe. In this case, a character who turned out to be Professor Charles Xavier's mutant son in the comics. I almost said in the comments. In the comics. The story follows a troubled young man named David Haller, who may be more than human, which obviously he is since he's Charles Xavier's son.
Oh my God.
Since he was a teenager, he has struggled with mental illness. Soon after a strange encounter with a fellow patient, though, he is confronted with the possibility that the voices he hears and the visions he sees might be real.
Oh my God.
Legion has landed a pilot order at FX with Fargo series creator Noah Hawley writing and executive producing executive producing X-Men film series produced Lauren Schuler, Donner, Bryan Singer, and Simon Kinberg are all set to executive produce alongside Marvel's Daredevil producers.
Joe!
I don't even know how to say this guy's name. I don't even know how to say his name. And Jim Corey, and Fargo producer John Cameron. Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, Joe has something to say about it. Tell us how you really feel.
One of the most horrible waste of life characters ever created in comics. The character that nobody gave a crap about. Where, like, look, you know, if I'm Professor X, I would forget about my own kid too. Because none of the X-Men even knew who he was. Because he's like a thief, drug addict, punk, loser.
He looks like Hades from Hercules.
He had like a mohawk. He was a piece of crap. And the only... And it's the saddest thing is that he had suffered from, I guess, DID or some multiple personality disorder, whatever the hell it was. And you didn't know if he was a mutant or if he's just a lunatic. Okay? And then it turns out that not only is he screwed up, but his powers are screwed up. So because he's demented and crazy, all of a sudden he wants to bond with his father, so he decides to use his mutant power to go back in time to kill Magneto. And because he's the biggest, and excuse my language, F-up in history, because he can never get anything right, he accidentally kills his father, Professor X, before he forms the X-Men, and he creates one of the most popular Marvel alternate realities in history, called the Age of Apocalypse, where Magneto forms the X-Men, marries Rogue, they have kids, and the whole thing is twisted, where the Beast is like an evil, sadistic bastard, and it's just crazy stuff going on in this reality. And one of the most popular X-Men characters that were hardly ever used, Blink, was introduced in here. a lot of things happened when once the reality was restored back to normal. Some of the characters carried over into Marvel and stayed there. The Anti-Beast actually died, but he almost killed the Beast, and he was like gray and the Beast was blue, and it was like a whole bunch of other characters. But the character had done nothing in his whole Marvel history other than create that reality. He's the worst, one of the worst creations. You wouldn't even make, and I don't even know if he has an action figure. I don't even think he has an action figure. Okay? That's pretty bad, being that they even made action figures of crap guys. Okay? Just imagine not even having an action figure from Marvel. Alright? Horrible. So, did somebody, like, say, okay, what's the worst character we can make a series of, and let's do it? Because that's who this character is. This character sucks. And if ever there was a time where comic book movies and TV series would start to fail, yeah, let's do this series and see what happens. Because obviously, this would get canceled completely. And that's my rant.
So that's your prediction that it's going to get canceled?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Absolutely. Horrible.
Mm-hmm.
What has he done in the comics? Nothing. Rob, cheat, steal. Nobody cares about the character.
What's your take on it? What do you think?
I think that why give this guy a series? Why can't we do an X-Men? Why can't Marvel and 20th Century team up for an X-Men series, or New Mutants, or X-Force, or like why this guy that's a loser? Why give him a? That's like saying, hey, let's give a TV series based on Electro or Mysterio. I mean, I like those characters. Those characters are cool, but they always get defeated. But why would you give this guy like this guy's like half the, probably about like 90% of like comic book fans hardly even know who he is anyway, because he's not really that memorable of a character. So I just remember him because he sucks so bad. That's why I remember him. That I can't forget crap like that. I mean, I don't know.
Good, but you can't.
You can't even like undo this guy. It's terrible. All right, so
there's tons of other characters they could do. Why this guy? I mean, nobody hardly even knows him. Why do a TV series?
So the first time Marvel teams up with their enemy to do a series and they create this crap?
Probably it's to take them down from the inside.
We'll give you the worst character possible. Go for it.
It would have been better to have Aunt May in the movie like Sony originally wanted to have, where she just hooks up with Peter Parker's ex-girlfriends. I mean, that's like, what did they call it? They called it something stupid. It would have been like a Steel Magnolias of like ex-girlfriends of Spider-Man type of thing. Would have been even better than this. Go on.
Spider-Girls.
The First Wives Club / beaches / like, I don't even, Cocoon / I don't know, like, because MA, Cocoon, I mean, / whatever, like, rolled into one.
All the sad movies.
It would be like Chinese Angels. Chinese Angels.
My Girl has a sad ending, so just add that in there, too.
Only Aunt May would be Charlie, and everybody else would be superheroes like angels. That's ridiculous. That would be better than this. Oh, my God. Give me something else. And, Gloria, don't do the Hellfire.
I'm not doing it. Thank you for warning me about that.
Yeah, I'll explain. I'll explain.
What is happening?
What is happening? Yeah.
I would have probably said that, but yeah, Netflix developing a new Moon. Well, actually, that was not the one I wanted to do. Hang on.
Why not? Moon Knight is awesome.
Okay, I'll do either one. I've got two up. Okay, Netflix developing a Moon Knight series by Gareth Franklin, of course. I notice you do him a lot because you know him. I know. Though Marvel and Netflix deal were for 4 TV series, it looks like one or more show might be added to the mix shortly. Appearing on the Colander Heroes podcast, Heroic Hollywood's Humberto Gonzalez says the studio is developing a Netflix series based on the Marvel Comics character Moon Knight. The character has come up in a few discussions as being one of the potential ones being developed for the 3 mystery release dates that Marvel announced last week.
Right.
Quote, it's interesting you bring up Moon Knight because that's not being developed for film. The heroic hot rumor is that Moon Knight is actually being developed for Netflix since he is their version of Bruce Wayne.
Right. You don't have to read the article. I'll go into it if you don't want.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got it. I'm almost done. The way
sorry.
backdoor piloting Punisher, making appearances in Daredevil season 2, and if it works out, boom. It's the same thing with Moon Knight. Again, he's their version of Bruce Wayne. It's one of the staples they're developing for their Netflix strategy, and I'd rather see a Netflix version of Moon Knight than a cinematic one. End of quote. Gonzalez did not go into detail regarding which show the character might first appear on before getting his own standalone show. In the comics, the character is given superhuman strength, endurance, and reflexes after he was visited by Egyptian god
Khonshu. I think I said it right. Khonshu, yeah.
He uses his powers and
the
gadgets.
moon god.
Yeah. He uses his powers and gadgets to fight crime. The Jessica Jones series is the next cab off the rake in the Marvel Netflix deal with it, scheduled to premiere November 20th.
Okay.
The top comes as stock in Netflix plunged in trading this week after U.S. subscriber growth for the year's third quarter came in under expectations. So there you go.
Okay. So, here is something. Okay. Who would ever thought that the most craziest origins, craziest way to get your powers, like, most ridiculous, like, thing that people be laughing at. Like, how did you become a superhero? Well, you know, I was a mercenary and stuff, and I just stumbled upon this pyramid, and a moon god gave me my powers. You know, which you would think, what the is that? But let me tell you something, you were wrong. Because Moon Knight is the most freaking coolest freaking character underused in Marvel. From the West Coast Avengers, he was freaking awesome, okay? He was like Marvel's Batman, okay? Only he had like god-like power things and whatever. Like he actually used weapons like. Well, the thing was he didn't really. Some cases when the god took over the body, then he had somewhat powers, whatever. When he didn't, he was like Batman with like different. He was a rich guy and all that stuff. So that was like a really, really cool comic, man, and a cool character. Unlike Legion, who's just like there. And you may joke that, oh my god, a moon god, but let me tell you something. He is a friggin' cool character. I'm telling you, that will do awesome. That will do awesome. But Legion? It's like, oh, what are you watching tonight? I'm watching Legion. Like, what's that?
Okay, and then there's another one I want to do.
Go ahead.
By the way, I think that's awesome. Moon Knight, obviously, it sounds like it will be interesting.
It's freaking cool, man. I'm telling you.
Okay, here's the other one. Rebecca Ferguson up for Prometheus sequel. Word came this morning that Mission Impossible Rogue Nation scene stealer Rebecca Ferguson is in talks to join Michael Fassbender in the thriller The Snowman, a film adaptation of the novel by Joe Nesbo, Headhunters, and directed by Thomas Alfredson, Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. That isn't the only project, though, that Ferguson has been linked to today. Deadline reports that Ferguson is eyeing major roles in numerous projects in the works, including Mike Newell's Gurinsky and Ridley Scott's Alien Paradise Lost. The latter, the sequel to Prometheus, which is scheduled to begin shooting next year. The site reports that the latest draft was delivered to Scott and Fox execs recently and is said to be both very strong and include another major female role in it alongside Naomi Rapace, Elizabeth Shaw. Ferguson was courted for the female lead in the X-Men spinoff Gambit, but the actress chose to go with the girl on a train. adaptation instead. Ferguson's return for another go-around in the Mission Impossible franchise has yet to be confirmed, but seems a quite likely possibility. So.
I can't friggin' wait for Alien Paradise Lost, I guess. That's what Prometheus 2. I can't wait for Alien 5. What about you guys?
I can't wait for Alien 5, yeah.
You don't like Prometheus, right? Not really. Oh, okay. That was a dead!
That was a dead.
All
Just
right.
got it out of the way.
We interrupt our regularly scheduled program for a trailer reaction because nobody really cared about that article. So, sometimes I get misses, okay? That was my fault. All right, but this trailer reaction, the reason why it's interesting is because it involves Maggie from Walking Dead. Okay?
Really?
So think of it as Maggie the movie, but without the walkers. Okay? So this is what we're going to do. Okay? Maggie's got her own horror movie. Awesome. I'm going to... Gloria, your camera working or no? Probably not.
No, it's not. Darn it all.
Nobody's freaking camera's working, so we can't do a trailer reaction.
I'm clicking it.
Crap. Forget it. All right. We'll do that another time.
I'm clicking it, but it's just not
All
coming.
right. Forget it.
What movie is she in?
It's called The Boy.
Oh.
Right. So we'll scrap that. Unless, of course, yeah, for next time. Let's see. Chris? You want to do the Hellfire Club thing?
Sure, send it to me.
Okay.
Oh, is it in the chat?
Yeah, number 2. I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's number 2, but it won't be number 2.
Joe.
Oh, this is the Hellfire Club. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you're funny.
Yes.
What's so funny?
No, it's just adorable.
This is the Hellfire Club from X-Men.
It's just funny how we said Hell Club and then it's like you kind of like, oh, okay, now. That's kind of adorable. Okay,
Well,
go
when
ahead.
everyone was saying Hellfire, I was like, that sounds fun, and that Hellfire Club.
It's called Hellfire Goombas Club. That's what basically it's going to be.
All right.
Yeah, there we go.
So let's get into this. Fox is currently developing the action-adventure series Hellfire, based around the Hellfire Club.
No! Let him do it.
I'm sorry. I'm just like laughing about it. I'm just picturing it like how ridiculous it's going to be again.
I don't even see a picture on here, but okay.
All right, I'll get you pictures.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm kind of scared now, I'm just saying.
Okay. Go ahead.
Gloria could critique.
Okay, based around the Hellfire Club,
No,
fictional society from the Marvel Comics and seen on screen before in X-Men First Class. 20th Century Fox Television and Marvel Television will produce the project. So they're making this and Legion.
Yeah.
Good work, guys. Keep it up. Set in the late 1960s, the series follows a young special agent who learns that a power-hungry woman with extraordinary abilities is working with a clandestine society of millionaires known as the Hellfire Club to take over the world. Of course. It's not specified if the X-Men universe will tie in with the series, but X-Men film series producers Lauren Schuler Donner, Bryan Singer, and Simon Kinberg are all set to executive produce alongside Marvel's Daredevil producers, can't say that guy's name, and Jim Torres. Evan Katz, who was I'm gathering was on 24 Live Another Day, and Manny Cotto, 24, Patrick McKay, and J.D. Payne are all co-creators. McKay and Payne will write the pilot script while Katz and Cotto will serve as showrunners.
Right.
Okay, so the Hellfire Club is getting a show.
Okay, so basically, this was the first, I guess, this was the group that kicked the X-Men's ass. Okay?
That's
Not only,
it.
well, really bad. And it has Emma Frost, the White Queen. with her boobs hanging out. Then you have the Black Queen, Celine, with her boobs hanging out, and Tessa with her boobs hanging out. They're like prostitutes slash, like mutant slash
Okay,
whatever. Yeah, yeah, and very risque, I guess. You know, and that's basically interesting that they're doing that.
I don't know about you guys, but this looks like the greatest series I've ever seen.
Let me just see. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting, to say the least. This would be pretty cool. Yeah, look at this crap. It's like, this is what we're gonna see on TV. There you go. We know that Gloria didn't like American Horror Story, and she's definitely not gonna like this. All right, so eventually what happens is that Emma Frost, the White Queen, leaves the Hellfire Club, and just long story short, she gets Cyclops to be unfaithful with Jean Grey, and the marriage is over, and then he hooks up with the White Queen, which is crazy. So, yeah, should be interesting. Nobody cares. Boy, these articles are just not working tonight, I guess.
I know nothing about it, so I.
Yeah. All right, Hansel and Gretel.
Well, you said you were going to wait for the horror cast for that.
Yeah, but none of these articles are working, Gloria. Give me something for crying out loud. Shoot, man. What are we going to... Oh, my gosh. All right. And you're hissing like...
the other Everything show, that's what...
What happened?
All the hype was in the first Everything show we did tonight.
I know, with the Godzilla. I gotta say, I am excited.
I wish I was a part of that one.
I invited you, but you were busy. Busy?
Yeah, I know. Like, oh, shoot.
All right, so let's see what other stuff I could talk about here. Anything else?
You talk about the Jersey Devil possibly being discovered today.
Oh, tell me about that.
So someone took a picture. It's like a piñata, right? But people like around the world are like, "Oh my gosh, it's the real Jersey Devil!"
Oh, for Christ's sake! Yesterday the biggest news was the stupid aunt that sued her friggin' 8-year-old nephew because she claims that she went to his birthday party and he was so happy to see his aunt. I love you, aunt. That he runs into her arms. She catches him. They fall. She hurts her arm. And she sues him like years later. Now he's 12. His mother is dead. And this woman is trying to get $127,000. That everybody just looked at her and laughed at her. And the court was done. But the family had to pay for a lawyer. They had to get the kid in the witness stand. Like, the kid had to get to court. He was petrified. He's like, what the hell was happening here? He just lost his mom. It's like, and this woman's looking for it to cash out, saying that, oh, when I went to a party, I couldn't lift an hors d'oeuvres tray. And because I live in Manhattan, it's uncomfortable. My arms hurt. I don't understand how anybody could love this woman ever again. Like, or anybody be family members with her, because that's a horrible thing to do. You know? It's upsetting. What do you have to say? Anybody? What? Anybody?
That's pretty.
That's pretty messed up.
Yeah.
Messed up. Messed up is exactly the word
Is
I was trying
everybody
to...
like sleeping tonight?
No.
It's like, why are we in here? Let's talk about Godzilla.
Yeah.
Show.
What?
I blame Legion.
Yeah. Legion was like the last thing I took. He should have been article number 2.
Yeah.
Crap. All right, so let's talk about Godzilla. Let's liven it up.
Yeah. Wow.
No.
All right. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? We are going to talk about. Should we do it for now? Yeah. Let's. There's gonna be a Friday the 13th video game, guys. Finally, after all these years.
Ooh, who's making it?
Not sure. Let me get the article.
Yeah, I've seen the preview for it. It looks really good.
It's sick, man. It's sick. I think it's coming out next year. Right, Chris? Oh, no, I don't think it's coming out next year. I don't know. Where's the article? All these new articles are covering up this article. Godzilla pictures everywhere, man. That's what everybody's talking about now.
Oh, I know what to talk about.
Shadowhunters.
There is no. I'm stepping away from that fandom for a little while because now that they're done filming, I'm kind of exhausted. So I'm like taking a break from them for.
You're Shadowhuntered out?
Yeah, a little.
No way.
So I've been kind of focusing on some of my other fandoms and stuff for a little while, just to take a little break, a couple of days at least.
Legion went back in time, and he created an alternate reality where Gloria is not excited for Shadowhunters anymore.
Holy moly.
No, I am excited. It's just I got so excited. My excitement peaked. And it was like, now I'm exhausted about
She talked so much about... Listen to me. I think I overkilled her, right? I let her talk. She talked about Shadowhunters like the whole podcast. Like, where it must have lasted like I don't know how long. I even put it in the title.
I was tired. I was tired after that. I was
That's
like,
psychology. I knocked her out.
I'm taking a little break from it because I'm so exhausted keeping track of it, of that fandom. I'm going to take a couple days break from it. But I do got news about another fandom of mine. I saw this and I freaked out. They have the Hunger Games virtual reality experience. They had Jenna Malone, who played Joanna Mason in the movies. She was at this, I think it was at Comic-Con, and they have these like this app where you go on it, and they have it. You hook your phone up to this eye thing, and you put your eye. It looks like you're wearing these like virtual reality glasses, but it's actually your phone hooked up to it. And you do it where you're able to move around in the virtual reality world, and they kind of tell the story of all the movies in this virtual reality kind of world that you're walking around and you're seeing like Katniss and Gale hunting, and then you're in and you're like, it goes through into the games where you see little Rue behind the tree, and it goes all the way through all the movies, and it ends like in a, I'm telling you, if you go see it, they have it on YouTube, you can find it. And it shows you the whole thing, and it's like really neat, really well done. I love how they did it. It gave me chills. Me being a Hunger Games fan, it gave me like beyond chills. I was like, oh, I love it. It was like a tribute to. For me, it seemed like a tribute to the story. And I've watched it now. I can't even count how many times I watched it because I love it, and it's an awesome video. Y'all should go check it out.
All right.
Yeah.
Very good. So we got the Friday. That article we have. You see, Chris?
Yeah.
You want to get into it or talk about it?
Yeah. Let me just get this article here.
Danielson!
He's muted.
I know. I muted him because they were having a conversation. That's why I muted him.
Oh, okay.
Have him give him a little privacy. You don't want to hear what he's talking about.
Yeah. So, what else do we have here?
I like how you do that, Danielson.
Stand the floor!
It cracks me up every time you do that.
Stand the floor! Paint the fence!
That's all.
Well, I gotta tell you, actually, I actually gotta tell you, at work, it got a little interesting today.
What happened?
Well, one of these big millionaires, that I try to help out with in this place, he is thinking about putting in a school inside the mall that I work in, where they train people for martial arts.
Huh.
And
you'll be you'll be hearing all that a lot.
Yeah. And he's like saying to me, oh, why don't we just train you? He's like, I'll ship somebody up, like a Shaolin Chinese monk coming out here, like I should learn martial arts, he said. So I'm like, sure, why not? Why not? Absolutely, why not? says I can't learn Kung Fu? Or whatever. Man, why not? Put the robe on and everything and like break the board. What? Come on, man. Not only do I write books, not only do I do podcasts, not only do I work in the medical field and going for different things, but now I'm gonna be a whatever belt.
A martial artist.
There you go.
Yeah.
Why not? At age, wait, how old am I? 41. Why not? Who says I can't?
Joe, you could totally do that and then get into the WWE.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Back in the day, I wanted to be a wrestler a long time ago. Long time ago. But that was many, many moons ago. And
Well, you should do it. You should still do it, and then you can come on the show with your outfit, you know, the suit, you know. It's like,
Well, I would come on with the robe and everything. And
yeah.
You know. Well, maybe it's just I'm watching Arrow too much, and I think I could do that stuff. I'm watching that every night. I'm Oliver Queen, and I'm like watching. Like,
I was watching it today, so.
She sends me a
when
message.
I was taking a break.
My director sends me a message. She's like, Joe, with a question mark, and I'm like, yes. And she's like, you do a podcast? And I'm like, watching Arrow. And then I was like, well, you can do it later, because I was waiting for you, Chris. I was actually waiting for Rebels to be over. And then she's like, I think you said something like, well, I'm available. And I'm like, because I watched like so much Arrow lately, my eyes are like blowing up. I watched it last night till like 3 in the morning or 4 in the morning. I'm like, oh my god, I actually have to work. So like, I'm watching this and I'm like, oh, they're gonna go with the Deadshot now, and I'm like, she's ready now. All right, let's go.
I didn't mean right there.
I said to myself, she's like, I'm available, I'm ready, and I'm like, all right, I'm scrapping Arrow. I'm gonna pop.
I did not mean that to pull you away from it. I just meant whenever you're ready.
So
I mean, whenever you're ready.
Well, my phone was like 28%, so it would have got interrupted anyway. So I left it in there. I went to put the computer on, and all the computers like, oh, updating because you didn't update your files. I'm like, no. I'm like sitting here for like 15 minutes, so that wasted the whole thing. And then just Gloria, she just got busy then all of a sudden. She's like this, I'm busy now. This one.
I didn't do that move, but that
was like, I wasn't ready now. I know it's ugly.
It took too long.
I was in the middle of something. Well, obviously. But a friggin' Shadowhunters himself and his band, you put that wig on fast and then say, I turned 18 and I hunt demons.
Yeah,
right?
if Simon
with your magic freaking pole.
If Simon was in here, man, if Simon Lewis was in here,
Did you see that, Danette? We were talking about that the other night. She's like, this girl has a magic pole that she twirls around.
I was there.
I'm like, what the hell is this?
There.
Yeah, she was here. I'm just upset.
The hell is this show?
I'm upset that they added that in the show. It's like they're sexing the story up, and she's not as bad as she is obviously going to be in the show. I mean, she's going to be
twirled around a pole. How could that not be bad?
There was no pole. It's just she's dancing seductively, and in the book she doesn't have to do that. The demons come to her just because she's beautiful, not how to do nothing. Just like kind of moving, just they follow her without her doing anything.
Well, you saw what happened when the girl graduated, Saved by the Bell. She went right to chokers. That's what we got. So.
But don't get me wrong, the cast are cute and everything, but it's just they're changing things from the book, and that's what.
Yeah, going around a magic pole, like throwing yourself, not at bad boys, but at demons. Yeah.
Oh.
You know what's funny? I don't know why it popped in my head. I actually thought about how me and Sharon attempted to watch Lost River.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
And the first appearance of Matt Smith is telling everybody to go F themselves.
That's what
stupid
I
effing mother effers.
I couldn't. I couldn't watch it after that. I was like, I do not want to see my favorite Doctor, even though he's playing a different role. I did not want to see him.
He looked young, like he is.
Yeah,
like, you know, like, and he's like, you mother effers, cutting people's lips off.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm like,
that totally scarred me. That totally scarred me.
That's like Mr.
Me.
Rogers saying, you know what? I need to take a break from this and go do Saw 5. And then him just killing everybody. Like, I think that's why the movie failed, not because of anything else, because people are like traumatized.
Yeah, traumatized. Yeah,
Like,
I believe it. I believe it.
Like your kids like grew up and now are adults are like having nightmares now as adults because Matt Smith is like ripping people's lips off, saying every curse word within under like 5 seconds. And I was just like this. I was sitting on the couch, I was like this.
I'm doing that too, and I'm like, I was like, I said,
like, this is like the worst movie I've ever
I was like,
seen.
no. I'm looking at Sharon like.
I was like that for a couple moments, and I said,
So, and then when we saw the other actors too doing crazy stuff, I was like, what are we watching? I was like, we can turn it off. We have the power. We have a remote control.
I couldn't watch it all either.
We watched like over half an hour.
Me neither.
I was like, what is happening?
What is happening? You know how many times I said that when the movie was on? That's my new catchphrase. What is happening?
And mind you, that was before the before the Daleks started saying it.
I did that at work a couple of times. And then my coworker's like, explain! And I'm like, and I had to explain. I had to show the trailer so people knew what the hell I'm talking about and why am I so crazy.
I was about to say, I thought you meant they actually said it. Explain like the Daleks.
It's like they didn't understand what the hell I was talking about. But now the funny thing is Sharon does it.
Yeah.
I do it. Then it's like a virus. Like it's spread. And the people that are doing it don't even know what it's from.
I said it to my dad, and he actually knew what it was from. Thank goodness.
It's like we created our own cool word that will last like 10 years, like cool, awesome, that's bad, right? Like we're saying it, and people are mimicking.
Yeah,
right.
Dudes.
People are mimicking what we're saying, and they don't even know where it's coming from. They're like, what is happening? It's like, you just see that in the street, and people like the power, like whatever. Like, oh my God, what have we done now? We've invaded the whole culture over here, and keep repeating. Explain. Yeah.
Explain.
That's like the best
and
line.
Also, say something nice.
What is happening? I keep saying every time I don't care where we are, something weird happens and we say that.
Yeah.
I say it, Sharon says it. It's like, what is happening? That's it. Like when the guy's like telling me that he's gonna fly in a Shaolin monk to like train me in kung fu and whatever, I'm like, what is happening? And the funny thing is, I'm actually thinking about it. I'm like visualizing, right? Yeah. I'm telling you, I watched Arrow too much. Yeah. And I'm thinking in my head, like I'm picturing myself. You have failed this city. I'm like kung fu man. Like what the hell is this? I'm actually gonna do that.
And you actually say, what is happening?
No, I'm probably gonna do that.
Cool.
I'm probably gonna study. Yeah, why not?
Neat.
Yeah.
What would be hilarious is if you.
I will. Let me tell you something. I will film everything.
Thank you.
I break boards.
Because I want to see it.
I break boards and I'm like, hey!
Yeah.
I'll be like, hey!
It's like right? And then the monk just look at you and you're like, what is happening?
Let me tell you something. When I was a kid, it was always the Karate Kid. I'd be like this, with the leg up and stuff. And it's like I was like, oh man. I'm gonna be like the Karate Kid because I love that growing up. So now I'll actually try to do this. Like, I'll probably get my ass kicked.
Just come on this podcast once, like dressed as like a ninja.
No, I'm gonna be like a monk. I'll have the thing on. You think I'm a Jedi or something?
Yeah.
So I'll be like, whatever. I'm going for it, man. That's it.
And anybody that comes on that doesn't know why you doing this, will be saying, "What is happening?"
Right.
And you have to
Yeah.
explain it to them.
I'll be not only will I be Matrix, but I'll be Kung Fu Master.
Yeah.
Kung Fu Master. I'll be Joe Nuff, the Shogun of Staten Island. Joe Nuff.
Matrix Shogun 212.
That's right, Matrix Shogun. I will Matrix Shogun. Joe Nuff, the Shogun
Yeah.
of YouTube.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what's gonna be, man. I'm gonna have to get like a different color robe for every belt or some weird crap. Well, it's not gonna be like that Zorro movie with different color robe or something. That.
Yeah. Joe, Daniel wants to know what system the Friday the 13th game is.
Oh, okay. Thank you for changing this. Let's get out of this. Daniel, you don't want me to see me dressed up like a freaking ninja?
That'd be cool.
Right?
He said it a while ago.
And anytime I pissed me off, I just go find somebody. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, what did you say? I chopped up your head. Ah! That's what it'd be like. It'd be pretty funny. All right. Let's get to the article. Here we go.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Okay, so we got 5:13.
Joe!
Listen,
This is making me laugh tonight.
okay. People joke off like they're saying how I'm not funny. Okay?
You are.
I don't pay these people to laugh. I am funny.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I am. Okay.
So you'll be like the third doctor every time somebody messes with you. You'll be like, hi, and just kick him out his ass.
Listen, I trained with enough Austin Powers and John Pertwee. Die! Like that. Well, I'll take anybody out. That's it. You know what I'll do? I'll get like this really blue-colored polo that like shines in their eyes. And I'm like, die! I should be like
You
that.
gotta scream exterminate when you do it.
I'll be like, what is happening? Like that.
Exterminate!
Yeah.
And your face,
Exterminate.
you run at them and you go, Alexei!
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, forget it.
man.
I was using the equivalent of a universal translator to talk Mandarin Chinese to my buddy there. And I'm like, I've been trying to say, had got like an app, and I'm like, sit, like saying like thank you and stuff. And I'm like, one of these days I'm gonna come on the podcast. I'm gonna start talking Mandarin Chinese, and you can be like, say, what? You know what's happening.
Say, what is happening? We're a bunch of dialects, man.
Daleks do not speak Mandarin.
I
Everybody.
visualize, right? The place I work would be a perfect place for a Doctor Who episode.
Yeah.
Cast the characters in my place.
How
would be
you're
so
talking
great.
about, yeah.
I can
Seems
picture
like
like a Dalek wheeling in there and stuff with all the drama that happens in this place. Be sick.
Wow.
Sick. Man, what fun.
Exterminating everybody with it, each cast.
Not only
podcast.
it's like, eventually I'm gonna be doing too many things. I'm gonna knock myself out.
Yeah.
Because like work, then podcast, then book 12, I'm trying to catch up with Arrow, gonna be a Kung Fu master. And I actually want to be in the Puppet Master movie that if you pay money they can kill you on the air, so it's like amazing.
Yeah.
That's another side project of mine that I'm like, okay, the puppets could kill me in the movie. How great would that be?
You have to let us know. You have to let us know if you're gonna do that. If you're gonna get to be in it, you gotta let us know so we can watch it.
What, the Puppet Man? Oh my god.
Yeah.
I would definitely do. I would be Matrix Lord 2 and 2 and be like, doing podcasts, whatever, do my little thing, and then next thing you know,
come up behind
next
you.
thing come. Well, didn't you ever see? I always make those pictures. I had the puppets.
Yeah.
And I used to put pictures up of like Blade and like them like with poses and stuff that like this. I have them on my Facebook, and I used to always like put every figure there was on them, and I used to post them in different things. Yeah, that's funny. So, all right, we salvaged this podcast, obviously.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't even watch it, and I know that.
Jason was my son, and today is his birthday. I can't wait for that. All right, so here we go. Pamela Voorhees is pissed in the trailer for Friday the 13th. She gives the whole rundown, basically, of they never watched her boy, and he drowned, and it looks to me like the graphics are pretty cool. Mm-hmm. All right, it was part of a Kickstarter, I believe. It was supposed to be a multiplayer game, which it could technically go on with DLCs and stuff, and continue based on all the movies. I mean, they showed the lake, they showed the forest, they showed Jason going to kill people. PS4, Xbox One, and the PC. Next fall, so around next September. That's when we'll see this, but this technically could be a game that just lasts like as long as, let's say, World of Warcraft or whatever. I mean, it looks like they could keep adding stuff to it, like weapons and stuff. I mean, you could make a Destiny thing out of this, like going to hunt Jason, or maybe you could be Jason. I don't know. So it looks freaking cool to me.
Kickstarter. They need $700,000 on Kickstarter first, which is,
I'm sure they'll get it. Believe me when I tell you.
Because I really want this to happen. I really
so
want.
So does everybody else in this world. Absolutely. And not only we want that, we want a Nightmare on Elm Street game. We want a Halloween game. We want,
Oh yeah. Have you played the Halloween game on Atari? That one sucks.
I don't even know there was a Halloween game on Atari. I remember the old Friday the 13th game I had.
Oh yeah, the one from '89. I saw that. It looked pretty cool.
But, all right, so Friday the 13th, definitely, I would buy that in a second. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, on that note, what do we got left? It's 12:08. Is it back for Arrow time? Absolutely. So I'm going to go watch Arrow. And
the season premiere last week of the Vampire Diaries and the original. They were really great.
Oh, speaking of that, you just reminded me, no, I can't go because we have to do a Real Beans cast because we got some teasers and juicy stuff. So
yeah.
Aha! All right, so thank you, Danette. Thank you, Chris, Danette, Gloria. All right, guys, take care. Bye for now.